Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. Now it's real time, sponsored by the Mill Casino.
Welcome back, everyone. We've got Scott Kaul here in the studio from Brad's Killer Fishing Gear. It's great to see you, man.
Great to see you too. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th. Did you have a good one?
We did. Yeah, we are blessed to have a new grandchild.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, came a little early. So,
okay.
I 3 weeks old yesterday. So,
okay, very good, very good. So first 4th of July, did you guys do anything fun?
We did. We did probably our favorite 4th of July ever. We had the grandkid over.
Okay,
for a
cool,
barbecue.
Yeah. All right, gotcha. All right.
Yeah, my wife was in heaven. Yeah. She actually wanted grandkids before she had kids.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's funny how that works.
Yeah,
the grandkids you can send home with the kids, right? Instead of having to take care of them yourself.
Oh, and she just spoils them to death. And,
okay.
But yeah, it's great. Yeah, congratulations to JT and Maddie on their first.
Very cool.
Yeah, very blessed.
How's the fishing been for you?
Fishing has been good. Yeah. I got to travel around a little bit at times, but also found some fishing real close to home, which was nice.
Yeah, you mentioned that. You said you had somebody that was coming in out of town. You just wanted to go have a chance to pull on something. You found a stash of sturgeon close to home here.
Yeah.
How was the fishing for that?
It was really good. My daughter and son-in-law came into town. We wanted to go catch some fish. We're planning on sockeye, right?
Right, yeah. Like
they
everybody
came in
else.
Friday.
Yeah.
So it was close. So we said, we'll just go out and see what we can do. And said, you want big or small? He said, well, go big or go home.
Right.
So we did. So we launched at Washougal, and you can do the math on the sturgeon places around there.
Sure,
had really good luck.
Nice.
The interesting thing this year, the smelt has been the #1 bait. For the guides and our pro staff I'm talking to, sand shrimp, night crawler is always good, but the smelt has been really good. So I took that tip, and we did fish some night crawlers and other things, but it was the smelt that was getting bit over and over and over.
Any good ones?
Yeah. One was about a little over 6 feet.
Oh, geez, okay.
Yeah, so the big ones are still around.
Yeah.
There's some smaller ones around. Yeah, we got some keeper size too, but of course you got to release them.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
It's just nice to have that opportunity. That's what's so cool about this area, right? I mean, it's just so nice to have that opportunity. It's, they close the sockeye, okay, let's go catch and release sturgeon.
Sure. All right, and don't forget walleye as well. Some of the walleye fishing locally, God, we've talked about it before. I'm not going to mention now because my buddies are actively fishing them. But the walleye fishing has been picking up as well, as it should, this time of year when they move into the Willamette system. Jeez, I already said too much. But yes, there's certainly some opportunities that are out there. Now, tomorrow we're actually going to get a live report from David Johnston. He's going to be fishing in the estuary for sturgeon. And that fishery's it's been extremely good, which it always is. It's just a ton of fishery. But you make it easy for everybody that wants to go after. I mean, it's not that it was difficult to tie all these things ourselves, the pre-tied rigs from Brad's with the Dacron and the appropriate size hooks. What's the hook range that you have?
So we go from 4/0 up to 9/0.
Okay, so anything that you're going to target, right? If you're going to mess around with oversized, please, if you do so, just get them in quick and get them off and get them back into the water swimming off. We have all learned.
Especially as the temps start going up.
Absolutely. Get them in, get them out. Don't use little soft rods, salmon rods, stuff like that. Just, be responsible with the fish. But the catch and release overall, doesn't matter where it is. This is a great time of year for it. Sounds like you picked out the right bait. Yeah. But play with those baits as well to see if you can just find that perfect combo.
And Procure makes a bunch of good sense, and we were loading them up with
lots of ways that you can. I miss it, man. I haven't fished sturgeon, like actually targeted and gone after sturgeon in a long time.
This was my first time this year, and and I think I only did it once or twice last year.
Right.
But you forget. I mean, it's just it's right there in your backyard.
Right. So, and now this upcoming week, you're going to be heading east. You're going to go out with.
You're going the right place, right? You're going to the coast. Yeah. I'm going into the mouth of the dragon. Yeah, over to the east side. It's going to be.
What a perfect way to put it. I mean, really, it's going to get hot.
Warm.
Yes, it will be.
But it's a good opportunity. We'll be in the Chelan, Wells, maybe Brewster area, and for Chinook so far, it's been temps have been a little down.
Right.
Water temps, but with this heat, they're going to be, coming up a little bit. Right. So, we're expecting a really good week of fishing.
Are you going to be targeting both sockeye specific?
I believe both kings and sockeye.
It all depends on who you're fishing with. Who are you fishing with?
Ryan McCon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you're not relying on marlin. That's good.
Yeah.
There you
You
go.
watch it, Marlon? Huh? You see the crap you get here? Yeah.
I got to. It won't come into my studio yet.
Gotcha.
But
He's a
no, it
busy
sounds like it'd
guy.
be a ton of fun. I mean, that's one of my bucket list fisheries. I haven't gone over there to fish those yet. It's a long ways to go to catch sockeye, but when the limits are 4 and they're talking about bumping them up even higher, and that kind of success ratio that you have up there, it is a very, very good opportunity when it's not 150 degrees on you. No, I'm heading towards the coast. We're going to go try to chase halibut, depending on what the conditions are like. With this, you know, the warm weather in the valley, typically the coast is turned over. So we'll see how it is on Monday. But if that's not going to pan out, a little bit of bottom fishing or play around in the dunes in Coos Bay. I've never been there, so it'll be interesting.
Nice. Yeah.
So it looks like it'll be kind of fun.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot that people are chasing right now, and Brad's gear is right in the middle of it. I was talking with Scott prior to this segment starting. One of the best baits my buddies are using down there, and I won't say where. If you're watching, I'm sure you're fishing anyway. But it's been your kokanee size. They're plunking with these things.
Yeah.
Have you done that before? And would you have any recommendation for folks that are casting these cut plug, these in particular, the kokanee size cut plug baits?
I have, yeah. You want something like one of your, hey, grab one of these here?
Sure, of course.
A float, like about this size, is great. Just break off the wings and paint that black, and you can put it in your first, put it in your first, 2 feet of leader, and then a barrel swivel, and then on your kokanee cut plug.
Okay, so just a float mid drift on that leader, kokanee plug behind it.
That'll get that up.
And I'm telling you, between several of them, everybody's still fishing spin glows, coon shrimp tails, whatever. Absolutely for a reason. They're deadly effective. But these baits have been very effective from the bank as well. Some folks might not think that that's very common, but it's more common than you think.
Yeah, it's been kept secret pretty well. It's a lot of guys on the Cowlets have been doing it for a long time, and it's starting to go down to Columbia and elsewhere. It's just super effective way to do it. You've got, not only do you have the bright shiny lure, but you have the scent.
Sure.
So and don't throw away your egg juice or your shrimp juice either.
Really?
Mix it in with tuna.
Okay.
And you get that. Yeah, you get both going on. So.
All right, that's a great way to go. Also, don't forget the millennial mulch. I mean, that
stuff's been awesome.
Dude,
yeah.
Some folks are saying that they don't catch fish without it, but if that's all you're using in your stuff or baits, well, that's all you're going to catch them on. Let's just be honest here. But yes, this stuff is very, very effective.
Yeah.
It really is effective gear.
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody, maybe this is something that we can talk about this upcoming segment when you're talking about plunking overall, maybe we'll hold on to that. But when you're talking about fall Chinook season, right? It's less than a month away.
Yep.
Believe it or not, it's crazy. We're that much closer to elk season, everyone. Anyway, I don't know why I look at it that way. But August 1 is not that far away. Fall Chinook fishing down in the estuary area is going to be, cross your fingers, another good year. We'll see how it goes. But most folks are going to be down there trolling 360s or inlines. They're going to have a cut plug behind them, something similar. If they were going to head over to Fisherman's, they're going to try to take, or website or whatever it would be, a size and maybe a color range that they would want to pay attention to. And is it going to be skinny ear or is it going to be a cut plug
That's the question. That's what we're always thinking, when we're ordering for the year, is it skinnies or is it cut plugs? So far this year, skinnies have been getting bit, but it's been primarily a cut plug that we've seen. Mini cut plugs, especially the Mexican hat and the Cody candy.
Okay. Is the Mexican hat color in those cut plugs new this year?
No.
Okay. No. The only reason why I asked that, everyone, is I've been hearing that, and that's this particular one right here. If we can get a shot with that that Kershaw Tech Cam. That is the Mexican hat in the cut plug. That's the mini.
Yep.
What is this guy here?
That's Shasta Blue.
Okay.
Yeah, and that, we're actually just down on Lake Shasta fishing that, and it just wonderful for trout. But in the ocean, and that one goes, blue silver and a glow eyeball. Can you go wrong there?
I mean, in that saltwater fishery right now out of Garibaldi and up out of Astoria, where it is open, everyone, of course, pay attention to what is and isn't legal right now. Silvers and Chinook are, of course, on the table in the saltwater, but this is a way that you can obviously go out and target those things without having to burn a whole bunch of anchovies or herring and just constantly keep your gear in there, because especially if you're going to start weeding through silvers, as you know, a lot of them are high fin fish where you can't keep them having a single hook set up with a stuffer, cut plug, or the skinny bait is better for the fish, and you can just continually keep your gear in the water and keep it going. Okay, so let's cut to a break. When we come back, I want to do our Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week, and I want to talk a little bit more about maybe plunking some of these for steelhead and for fall Chinook, which is also right around the corner for us that spend our time in the main stem Columbia. A lot of folks are going to be plunking from the bank for that and trolling. 3 wobblers is a great way to go, but having a full-size super bait, cut plug out there as well, dropped with that big old sandbag from Cold Water Strong, could be very, very effective, and hopefully we can give you some advice that'll help you be more effective. We'll be right back.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive new Turbo Max engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.